To send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Cannon kicks to Allen, passes it to Randall. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
High-quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And, Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently, neither did the defenders.
Blake kicks to Freak. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Boy, that was a violent throw down there.
You're telling me.
I mean, it's almost like he doesn't like the rim.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Cannon. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Randolph.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
The Grizzlies shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Randall. Some changes here for the Grizzlies. Brandon Wright's checked in for Gasol. Green comes in for Jeff Green. And Mike Conley subbed in for Isaiah Cannon.
Freshman now, that's one I'm trying to get him a Jordan deal.
And Zach Randolph drops them both. There's 38 seconds left here in the second. Gibson the screen. Here's Washburn. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. They're getting pushed around on the low block.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Grizzlies lead by 7. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Look. I got it on air. Live stream on YouTube. I should terminate right to the world now.
Third quarter have to get going. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Memphis. Conley and Allen in the backcourt. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. And it's...
You know, on the surface, it might seem questionable to attempt a dunk like that when you're behind. But I think he's just trying to give him a spark.
What a dunk it was.
And he's got that factor. Even look at us. We're all sitting here just waiting for when he goes airborne.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
There's the feed to come. Rose with the block. Dishes it to McDermott. Back to Gasol. He feeds it to Blake. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And that one's good. Freak.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Gasol goes in. That's good. Gasol's made his third bucket of the night.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Rose dishes to Freak.
Not ready for that though.
Randolph grabs the board.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Conley with it. Gasol covering. Conley the pass to Randolph. That'll go on McDermott. That's foul number 2 for him.
I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Isaiah Cannon, he's checked in for Tony Allen. The drive by Green. That drops. And now it's a 9-point Grizzly lead.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there. A little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
There's Freak, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
But that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Here's Conley, and Gasol sends it back, and they'll keep possession. Bulls trail by 7. Blake kicks to Freak. The pass to McDermott, all sorts of time, and that one's good.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Grizzlies have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. To the inside, here's Cannon. The shot is off. Gasol with the defensive effort. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Blake misses.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Back to Conley. The tray. They get it back. Randolph. It's blocked. And now running off the court, Blake pushing it all the way. McDermott can't get it to go. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Green leading the charge. Outside Gasol. Cannon kicks to Green. Shot clock at 5. And another miss by Memphis.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
The dish now to Freak. And he comes it down.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
FanDuel on this one, try to know. Go back and look at the move. A center. Just put them together.
And here is Conley. 12 points for him. Randolph a screen on Rose. And it's Conley penetrating. Randolph can't hit.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And a wide open look for Freak. It's
Shit,
good.
this
This
guy's
time the
great.
assist from Rose.
I'm tell y'all,
Rose has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And for Memphis, they're shooting straight 49% from the field. Gasol a screen. Right side Green, down low. Misses and the dry spell continues.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And the basket by Blake.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it. And he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Yeah, well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about the knees, my man. he looked a little hobbled out there for him.
Conley's shot is off.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock, and Freak throws it down.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
The Grizzlies trail by 4.
No need to rush here. They can play for one shot.
Yeah, and I think the way you do it, you're patient as you indicated, and wait until about the 5-second mark before you get into your play.
Conley hits to Gasol. Great D that time from Freak. The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Bulls ending the third quarter with a tremendous 17-4 run. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports.
Sitting on our way, huh? Just hurt my hand. Take it a 9-9. He's gonna take him a 9-9. He'll be up shortly. Hey. No, he didn't.
Welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Chicago with the ball. 4-point game. They've got the Wizards ahead of them for the next game. It's in Washington. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. So the Bulls 5 right now. The big men are Gibson and Noah. Then there's Mirotic. And it's Rose. Making a change here. Gasol's checked in. The Grizzlies have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. 8 points for Marc Gasol.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
To the paint, and Freak throws it down.
Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
Something for us right now. Doris?
Hey guys, over that last break, I was able to catch the message the Grizzlies head coach was giving to his team. He told them to stick with what's worked to this point, saying, listen, they're giving us all the space we need inside. Let's take advantage of it. Keep working the ball inside the paint.
Here's Conley. Rose with the block. They get it back, and the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much, as the officials will send him to the line, and he'll shoot some free throws.
Were you gonna take a put me over there?
Let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
What you do?
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
Two shots.
Sorry, audience.
That turns the lead to 6.
Kids.
Gasol hits them both.
Flawless trip to the free throw line that time. That gap just got a little narrow.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Randolph. Conley against Rose. Pass to Gasol. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 6 assists here tonight.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
The Grizzlies trail by 3.
I almost make it straight because I'm done.
1:31 left to play in the final quarter. And it's Green missing. Oh, Chicago has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Freak. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella is all about power and force.
the Grizzlies with possession here. Gasol dishes to Conley. Back to Gasol. No good. So the Bulls will take it the other way.
Get out my first.
1:07 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Freak. There's the three. Second chance shot. And there's the nice layup by Gasol. Gasol's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Randolph has been superb. 10 points and a steal.
And we really just need to take a second to appreciate the all-around effort he's put out there today.
Well, the numbers paint the picture, and he has been what we call in my vernacular, you know where I'm going here, guys, stat sheet stuffer supreme.
Oh, supreme. So that takes it to a whole another level when you get supreme in terms of your stats.
In Kellogg's, right?
Yes.
And he makes both free throws. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Feeds it to McDermott. Here's Freak. Another one falls for Chicago.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that, it has a team really feeling quite good about itself, and deservedly so.
Nails it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
They are on the ropes, and it is time to put them away. Freak, we're putting it in your hands. Deliver the knockout blow. Let's finish this and get out of here with the W.
Here's Conley. Down low. Money!
Plain one-hand flush. I love it.
Clark, I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, the one hand lets you get up high.
No doubt about it. At least it looks like that from this angle.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
Well, it's urgent time right now. This is when they got to come up big.
Yeah, you got to get points here. I mean, there's no way you can get around it. You've got to be able to get baskets here in a short period of time.
On defense, Chicago. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Outside, Randolph. It's Allen on the wing. And here's Conley outside. Trains it from downtown. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, a confident performance tonight.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Freak. He had an outstanding third quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the second half.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
He accounted for more than half of their points. An amazing output. When there was a bucket they absolutely had to have, he was the guy they went to. Now, that's an awful lot for one player, but he did not let them down.
And, folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.